Hello everybody, it's me, your good friend Sparky, and welcome back to the Mario Party 4 CPU Tournament! We are officially in the losers bracket for this round of the tournament. That means whoever loses gets 3rd or 4th place past this point is eliminated from the tournament. It's gonna be two of these gentlemen here. Welcome to Boo's Haunted Bash! It's so good, it's scary. I'll be your ghost, or host. This board is it's a scary little spook house that I cooked up a while back. I wanted to scare everyone who set foot in here. Let's see how you do. Now let's see who gets to go first. Yes. Wow, okay. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting start. Okay. But yes, starting in this round, we will start to see eliminations from the tournament. 3rd and 4th place will unfortunately be going home without a superstar or party star title. And it's interesting to see who's here, honestly. First up, we have Donkey Kong. This particular game is Donkey Kong's last chance to claim a tournament title, because he stops being a playable character for a long while after this point. Next up is Waluigi. Waluigi didn't do particularly fantastic in the last tournament, so we'll see if he can work his way back up the ranks and make it to the finals. Next up is Yoshi. Yoshi was the superstar in Mario Party 3 until Luigi took his title away from him in a duel. And speaking of Luigi, he's our current superstar, and he is also here. Depending on what happens, our current tournament winner and our current tournament runner-up could be eliminated from the tournament entirely very soon. And in all honesty, I'm still holding out hope that Donkey Kong can at least make it to the finals this time around. I'd say he deserves it. Anyway, the first star is over this way, and once it gets around to Luigi's turn here, I'll give everyone a quick tour of the board. Donkey Kong starting things off with a 4 and an item space. Very nice. Waluigi with a 5, gonna get a blue space. Yoshi with a 9, very nice. Taking a quick lead ahead here. Getting himself a Mega Mushroom for his trouble. And now, it's Luigi's turn. So, Boo's Haunted Bash has a couple points of interest, of course. First up is the red Boo in the center of the board. Every time someone passes by him, it will turn these red Boo bridges on and off, changing how players have to get around the board. Right now, the star is down this way, so it doesn't quite affect people's paths right now, since the optimal path right here is to just go around. Or just, like, go this way, which Yoshi didn't do for some reason. So yes, when the red Boos are gone, it takes those bridges away, and it limits what directions you can move around the board. But, also when the red Boos are gone, up here is where the ghost train will appear. The ghost train will take you on a path to one of the graveyards scattered around the board. I believe this thing right here counts, as well as here. But you cannot take the ghost train while the bridges are there, while the red Boos are around. The ghost train doesn't like the red Boos, apparently. Another graveyard over here. So yes, this board does, I guess, limit how easily it is to get around it. So, players are going to be kind of at the whims of their dice rolls here. Depending on who passes by the red boo win. It'll definitely change things around for everybody. Luigi also starting things off with an item space. That's 3 item spaces on the first turn. Getting a mini mushroom, much like Donkey Kong did. And of course, we're starting things off with a 2v2 minigame. Because it's almost always a 2v2 or a 1 versus 3 minigame. A nice round of Reverse-A-Bomb. If by nice round you consider the fact that everything's going to start exploding in a little while. Much like that. Still, so far, I was about to say it's still a tie game, but Donkey Kong and Waluigi are taking a lot of hits. Oh dear, that fell apart very quickly for them. Yoshi and Luigi take the first mini-game. They are the current superstars. They do have the skills to pay the bills, so to speak. So, hopefully things go well for them. It really would be interesting to see our current reigning champion get eliminated so early on in the tournament. Every Mario Party CPU tournament so far has had a different winner. One of them has made this way back to the finals for the 4th time in a row, that being Mario. Princess Peach and Luigi, however, are both in the loser's bracket at the moment. There goes the red boo, and there goes the bridges, meaning that it's gonna take a little while to get around for some people, until someone walks by red boo again. Yoshi, a couple of people right in front of him, taking an opportunity to take some coins with his Mega Mushroom. Donkey Kong and Waluigi are both well within range. That 4 probably isn't gonna do anyone any favors, though. And that causes Yoshi to skip by Red Boo, too, meaning the bridges are not back yet. It's really interesting how this game has an emphasis on movement, and how that movement affects you. You don't see that in the other Mario Party titles, usually. Luigi getting ricocheted up into the air and up towards Yoshi. But yes, in other Mario Party games, when you use something to increase your dice rolls, you're usually just doing that to get to the star as fast as possible. But in this game, with the Mega Mushrooms, it actually... you really have to think about what you're doing, because if you use a Mega Mushroom too close to a star space, you can end up walking right by it. We got around a tree stomper going on, by the way. Waluigi is trying to avoid everybody, but ends up walking right into Donkey Kong. Difficult to judge the space between the players sometimes. Yoshi and Luigi doing very well for themselves. With lots of coins, they know that they're in the final, the loser's bracket here, and they don't want to stay there. They want to get to the finals, back to the finals. But because of the way things have really played out, it seems like the Final Four is not going to be the same Final Four that always made it to the finals beforehand. Wario, with his 2nd place victories, has really shaken things up. So, one of our most likely finalists is definitely not going to make it there this time. Just depends on who. Yoshi using his mini mushroom. Taking the mini shortcut. He's going to be playing a mini game. He's got to follow along on this here piano, and he gets a reward if he plays the piano right. Let's see. gotta press the right buttons to make his way across. Oh dear. Didn't get that one right. But that's still worth something, and he gets 14 coins for his efforts. Though taking this path did take him away from where the star is. Yoshi seems to be focusing on collecting coins at the moment. Luigi also has an opportunity to get that same minigame. It looks like he might be going for it. Rolling a 5. You know, he's choosing to go down. I guess he just didn't want that mini mushroom. 1 versus 3 minigame. Waluigi on opposite ends from everyone again. Going into a little candlelight flight. Waluigi in the darkness. Can he avoid getting sprayed down with those water guns? In reality, I feel like running around with the candle would put it out faster than it getting sprayed with a chance to spray it with a water gun. But what do I know? That did not work out so good for Waluigi once again. He is really kind of at the bottom here, the rock bottom. Donkey Kong holding his own, still not doing as well as first or second place though, of course. The number of team minigames that show up in this game. Oh, Red Boo has been turned back on. That's pretty good. Not choosing to take the bridge, though, since they are trying to head towards the star, of course. Waluigi making his way there. He's the closest to it, but he's the only one who doesn't have enough coin. But yes, the number of team minigames that show up in Mario Party 4 really do call into question how coin stars and minigame stars are going to turn out at the end of the game. It makes it a little harder to track who has the most coins won from minigames, since a lot of the time you're playing with someone else. Yoshi getting a losing ticket at the lottery shop. He's a little bummed out by it, but that's alright. Going across... Oh, yes, that is a different point of interest right there. Actually, the Big Boo portrait. To be perfectly honest, I don't really remember what he does. But if you hit those happening spaces in front of them, it counts down and starts to signal the appearance of Big Boo. I'm not sure if he operates the same as he does in Mario Party 2, but he might. To be perfectly honest, I probably should have checked that ahead of time. Much like I had to check what the Ghost Train does, because when I was playing, I didn't actually see it. Waluigi continually getting put on the team of one in minigames, it seems. It's Waluigi versus the world at the moment. These guys are determined to knock him out of the tournament, it seems. Oh, just barely loses that one, though. They snuck in the last goal at the last second. Waluigi could not block it. From my observations, Waluigi typically does not do great when he's a CPU player. Just the fact that whenever playing through Mario Party 3's story mode, Waluigi would typically get 3rd or 4th place on his own board at the end of the game, it's a little telling, honestly. Waluigi using his mini mushroom to delay his roll. A very smart move to see if he can possibly have the chance of getting 10 more coins and getting the star ahead of Donkey Kong or Luigi. But considering everyone's sort of bunched up together there right now, his chances are pretty low, honestly. Unless Luigi also decides to use his mini mushroom for literally no reason, but you know, probably should have expected that to happen at this point. Only getting a 4, delaying himself from getting to the star as well, for no reason at all, and triggering a battle game. $10-coin battle game, pretty standard. It's a full 40-coin pot. This here's a new minigame. I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called, but here we are. Players have to trace along the line with their crayon and try to be as accurate as possible. Whoever is the most accurate by the time everyone gets to the end of the game is the winner. Honestly, when you're sort of moving along automatically, it can be a little difficult to be accurate. Let's see what is gonna happen here. Luigi with 91. That was an incredibly close race. Wow. That literally came down to single digits. A pretty stark difference there of how computers perform on that game between normal and hard. On normal difficulty, they're usually pretty terrible, but it looks like on hard difficulty, they're practically perfect. Got a little bit of order up going on. Let's see what's gonna go where. What's it gonna be? A double corn dog order. Do people usually put ketchup on a corn dog? I know ketchup on a hot dog is like a sin at in some parts of the world. Seeing ketchup on a corn dog is a little strange, honestly. And now we got a double burger order going up. Another point to Yoshi and Donkey Kong. Yoshi is really doing very well for himself so far. Corn dog and ice cream. Can they get it in time? No. Waluigi and Luigi, bitter rivals here, they instead get that point. They might be able to tie the game up yet. And now, I'm gonna say it's a drink. I've been going back and forth trying to decide if that's soup or a drink, but considering that we're at like a fast food restaurant in that context there, ordering soup at McDonald's doesn't really seem like it's a thing that happens very often, is what I'm saying. So I'm gonna say it's like a very wide drink. Donkey Kong ends up making it to the star first, giving him the first star of the game. Congratulations, Donkey Kong! You are on your way to potential victory. And the next star is literally right along the same path here. Someone's gonna get that very quickly. Unless they keep using their mini mushrooms. Waluigi still does not have enough coins to get it though, however. So, chances are that star is going to go either to Donkey Kong or Luigi. But hello! Welcome to the Boo House, run by a Boo, which is appropriate. Yoshi, with all of those coins to his name, is taking away Donkey Kong's star immediately after he got it. How unfortunate. The star is stolen, and that puts Yoshi in first. Perhaps this was his goal all along. trying to rack up all those coins to take away the stars from whoever gets it. In a way, it does beat trying to race for the star with 3 other people. Luigi buying himself a warp pipe. And, by the way, looks like he's the one that's getting that star first. That's 2 stars acquired in 1 turn. One of them immediately stolen. Which gives our 2 sort of winner peoples here first and second place at the moment. Puts Donkey Kong and Waluigi at a bit of a disadvantage. The next star is also right nearby, but players are going to have to go a little out of their way and back around the board to try and get that. But Yoshi and Luigi both seem like that they are right in line at this moment. Long Claw of the Law is our next minigame. We're looking for a Shy Guy this time. Don't scare him away, he's a pretty shy guy, and also wanted for tax fraud. Oh, 2 of them stacked right on top of each other. It's worth noting that everybody's setup is the same, so no one player can have an easier time at that minigame. It's equal chances for just about everyone. It just depends on how quick you are. Donkey Kong rolling high. Could have used a higher roll last turn, I'd say. He could have gotten away with 2 stars in 1 turn. But instead, he's spending his money on a Mega Mushroom. A voice floats in from elsewhere. Spoil Sport Red Boos are around, so the mystery train, won't move. I thought it was called the Ghost Train. Which, honestly, if I'm recalling correctly, it does have sort of a... Does it have a ghostly appearance? I don't remember. I just don't remember. Speaking of ghosts, though, it is important to know that the current star space is directly in front of a Red Boo bridge. Meaning, whoever's going to get the star next really depends on who walks by Red Boo and when. The positioning of it makes things a little awkward. Luigi with a high roll. Though, honestly, is that a good thing? Because the way things are set up now, the bridges are gone, which means they're going to be turned back on as Yoshi walks by, meaning Yoshi is going to have first dibs at that star. It just depends on how high he rolls. Manta Rings is back again. This minigame typically shows up pretty often, honestly. Everyone goes for a swim. Gonna get as many points as they can. Now, this does seem to be one of the more common 4-player minigames, honestly. Every Mario Party game has that, where it seems like some minigames just show up more often than others. And Manta Rings, I'd say, is definitely a contender for that in Mario Party 4. Donkey Kong getting one of the gold rings, putting himself in a pretty far ahead lead. Players really gotta work to catch back up. Luigi getting a gold ring, though Donkey Kong is still ahead at the moment. Yoshi getting hit by the eel. It looks like this minigame is gonna go to DK. Alrighty, good for you, Donkey Kong, good for you. Yes, I know. As a commentator, I shouldn't have bias towards any particular character.